Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning into the episode of the Wonder Morning Show. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I'll be first in here. What's good? Kush, I see you. Good morning to you, bro. What's good? Hobby came in early. He wasn't playing no games. Stacy, good morning. How you doing? Ashley Shelton, always a pleasure to have you. Nice to see you. Alexander Goodley, it's been a while, bro. What's good, man? Chris M. from the top rope. Swish. How you doing, madam? How you doing? Everybody, Yami's in the building. Hey, Yami with the flex. Bro, we got some questions for y'all today. Because, let me tell you this right now, guys. The Ravens, I brought it up yesterday in a video, and I want to ask you guys a question about it. I really want to see. I'm dead serious. Because right now with the Ravens, we have so much stuff going on, a lot of stuff to keep us down, but I'm also trying to bring some smiles too. And there was a question about weapons that I have to ask you guys, and I want to see what we're going to see, how you guys feel about the weapons that we have. Who do you think is going to have a breakout season? Who do you think is going to be, you know what I'm saying, the person to be the biggest contributor, have their breakout season? Really want to see. So we're going to get into everything and let you know what I'm saying, how we doing it. Let me just check more of the chat. Let's see. Anybody else? LH, good morning. I see you, bro. All right, guys. We're going to start getting this thing going. King Lee, what's good, my bro? Been a minute. How you doing, King Lee? I see you, bro, huh? Been a minute, bro. Hope you good. All right. I saw what's good. So let me tell you this right now, guys. I want to make sure that you guys see this, okay? Because I brought this up. will.i.am, what's up? Yesterday, we talked about this. Here it goes right here. I'm not going to waste no time. Because we're not going to have a super, super long show today. Because, Thursday, I got to go get the meat. Pause. But, yeah, I want y'all to read this. And I got a really good episode coming up in regular, but this is what we're going to touch on. And it said Rashad Bateman and Lamar Jackson are in sync today. Maybe 6 completions already in team drills, including a 50-yard touchdown, the left sideline over Chidobe Awuzie and Sanosi Kane. Bateman's been the Ravens' top downfield threat in camp. Now, that contradicts what we've been hearing about Tez Walker. And Zelda the Ninth was good. And I want everybody to get to the point to where we start looking at these guys as maybe having a breakout season. And Bateman, I've said so many times on deaf ears, he is a faster Stephon Diggs. The question has never been if he could be great. It's when will he be great? And I'm telling you this right now, 1,100, 1,200 yard season, especially if you see Lamar go for 4,400, 4,500 passing yards, I could see Bateman contributing 1,100, 1,200 yards into that passing offense. Dead serious with you guys. We have so many guys, but at the same time, there's only a certain amount that Lamar truly trusts. You feel me? There's only a certain amount that, that he trusts. So it's one of those things where we're looking at it and saying, who's going to be that guy to take over for all of these extra? Because at the end of the day, everyone's going to get more targets. But who's going to be the prime guy in the offense to say it's going to be dictated through me? You feel me? And I'm thinking Bateman. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. A lot of people are thinking Zay. Hey, Judy, how you doing, Judy Harris? Nice to see you. I'm thinking Bateman is not only going to have a breakout, I think he's going to solidify himself as being the best receiver on this team this year. I know Zay's more dynamic, but I think that Bateman is going to come out and have 11 or 1,200 yards maybe this season, barring injury. And I think that you've been seeing a lot of soft tissue things with Zay lately and stuff. If Zay's not playing all 16, 17 games, then all of those extra targets are going to go to either D-Hop or Bateman. Bateman has been the guy that has went down to Miami, practiced with Lamar, doing all those little things. I'm telling you, if Zay is injured any amount this year, then on top of that, Isaiah likely already missing time, Bateman is going to be the guy that is going to be impacted the most with those targets. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. So it could look like straight up a 1,200 yard season from Bateman, 900 to 1,000 yard season from Mark Andrews, 900 yard season, 930 yard season for Zay Flowers, and then everybody else shares the rest. Coach said, good morning to Coach. What's good, Coach? Y'all know that it is Coach from Tally Films. Please show him some love. Go out there, support his channel. The man puts in work, and he got to 11K. He's grinding. Show him some respect. Support the channel. All right, guys. Look, Coach, what Drake is doing is crazy to me. We're going to talk about it on the back end. But what he's asking for and thinking he's going to do, that's crazy. Hey, Mr. Nicholson, love your show and live feed Nitro. Keep it up, brother. Thank you. I'm trying my best. Tally ho! Shout out to you for tuning in and supporting, though, man. Shout out to you. So, yes. And just a shout out to everybody. Xander, what's up, man? And Chris, they are members. Please go get your membership. By the end of the week, this will be fully a membership channel. Go out there and get your membership from now. All right, guys, you don't miss no time. But yeah, so listen, I've been thinking about this. I've been watching. As a matter of fact, I got video. I'm looking at these weapons that we got, right? I'm looking at how because you have to look at everything as a complete picture. I'm hearing how our kicker is still missing kicks in practice. I think yesterday he went, what was it, 6 of 8? 6 of 8 he went yesterday. The day before that, I believe he went 5 and 7. So back-to-back days he's missed kicks, and they're not even hard kicks. Those are the kicks from the 40. Nothing. He's not missing the 50s, and even a couple 60s. He's been missing the 41, 42. So my thing is, I feel like Harbaugh and them, like I said, are going to try to get as close as possible to make the job as easy as possible for our kicker. Those additional yards are going to add up. On top of that, Isaiah likely is going to miss time. How much time, we do not know, but he is going to be missing time. Zay Flowers has been hampered multiple weeks, multiple times by soft tissue injuries. If you know anything about sports, soft tissue injuries are nagging. They don't stop. Hamstrings and stuff like that, they show up week in and week out until eventually you have to miss a game. So I'm not wishing anything on Zay, of course, but I'm saying, I'm looking at all of this and saying if Zay ends up missing time also, it's undoubtedly the Bateman show. And I think that Bateman could go off for 1,100 yards, 1,200 yards this season straight up. If those are the case. Will I get with a $10 donation? First donation. Proclamation. Best nation donation. I'm only here for the pop quiz. Just kidding, just kidding. I think a lot of people from the 80s are going to love this pop quiz. So please stay here for it, Will I Am. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. And shout outs to you for the first donation of the day. Salute! But guys, back to what I'm saying. Who do you guys think are going to be the biggest target this year? Could it be Mark Andrews? Yeah. I've said it before. Mark Andrews can have a resurgent season, have 1,000 or 1,100 yards, especially with Isaiah likely being hampered. And so much talk from the media and fans, Lamar might look to feed him the ball. Straight up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I could see Mark getting around 900 to 1,000 yards, but I think Bateman's going to end up leading the team in receiving yards this season if everything that we've said or seen holds true. I really believe so. Really believe you. Really believe so. So I'm at a point now where I'm looking at it and I'm saying, man, if Bateman has that big year, what does that do to Zay Flowers' contract negotiations? You feel me? Babe will get the most targets. He's earned it. I'm thinking he will. I'm really thinking he will. Nigel Nick Wright is a QB wins a guy saying until Lamar accomplishes something and Mahomes is number one. I don't even mind when people say that Mahomes is number one, bro. I don't. But I'm at a point to where that's fine. But then don't try to feed me he's number one because of wins and Super Bowls, but then try to downplay Jalen Hurts. It's not happening. It's not happening with me, bro. I'm not gonna stand for it. It's Jonathan with a $5 donation. Yes. Sir. It's Jonathan with a $5 donation. I've already called it. Bateman will have 1,200 yards, 8 to 11 touchdowns, and will be the leading receiver. Destination donation. You darn right, King Blaze. Thank you so much for that. It's Jonathan. Oh! But I truly believe that also. Look, guys, I want us to get out of the mindset of Zay is the number one. We share the ball all across all of our targets. Zay has had a lot of soft tissue problems. Mark Andrews has a whole lot to prove. Isaiah Likely's coming out of surgery. Is Lamar going to trust Kolar in big situations? I don't think so. So this is why I'm saying why I just feel like you've been hearing a lot of, Tez and everything else like that. Cool. You got Tez. You got Tylen. You got D-Hop. Cool. Fine. So if someone's injured, they step right in. But I think the undoubted X this year, and he was going to get a lot of targets. You're going to see a lot of down the field throwing, a lot of big plays from him. I think it's going to be Bateman. From everything is showing, it says it's going to be Bateman. We were force-feeding Zay Flowers that time last year. Force-feeding him the ball. If Bateman is consistent, mind you, to put it into clarification, right? Because, so you understand where I'm coming from, because some people might be like, that's impossible. 17-game season times 60 yards is 1,020. So theoretically, we're looking at him having around 70 yards a game. That's it. 70 yards is 1,190 yards. So I know I was right. So we're looking at 1,190 yards if he averages roughly 70 yards a game. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yami, it should be there. If you go out, it give you the option to become a member. You can pick which tier you want. And we go from there, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. Shout out to you, Yami, for trying to become a member, man. Zay more talented than Bateman to me. Money Mike said that. I'm not saying that Zay's not. What I'm saying is the best pure receiver that we have for the X position and everything else is Bateman. And because he went down also to Miami, got those extra reps with Lamar, we know how those Miami reps carry on into the regular season. I think Bateman gets it. And then Pablo says, does our offensive system require number one? Coach responded, said, no. I already told you, no. Because we share the ball so much. We spread it out. Kush with a $10 donation. Yes, shout out to you, Kush with a $10 donation. Bateman and Zay will be one of the best wide receiver duos in the league this upcoming season. Tez will overtake D-Hop by mid-season. Ooh. So, okay, Kush. Okay. We're going to stick to that. If you're saying that, what are both of their numbers? Do you think they both get 1,000 yards? So, could you see, like, Bateman getting, like, 1,050, Zay getting 1,100, 1,200? Or do you see Bateman getting, like, 1,100, Zay getting, like, 900, maybe 1,000? Where do you see it ranking? Like, give me some numbers. Because remind you, we'll break down the numbers and fill it out and see where the extra yard is going to be able to come from. Shout out to you, Chris, for the $10 donation. Best nation in the world, donation. Nicholson said, I've been to numerous games since Bateman's been healthy, and when I tell you he's a burner, his separation skills is out of this world. I've heard that and watched tape on it. So I know he is. The question is consistency. And I think he's going to have consistency because he went to Miami with Lamar and did all that extra little stuff, and I feel like Lamar's going to target him a lot. I feel like him and Mark Andrews are going to get the most targets. I know Zay's there, but I feel like Bateman's going to be open a lot of times because of that play action pass, and Lamar's going to give him opportunities to make plays. Straight up, Boy Wonder said, I used to think we needed Andrews till he got injured and likely took over the spot. We didn't miss a beat. I'd even argue the offense ran better. Yeah. Likely to me is a better tight end right now. But Mark Andrews during the regular season is nothing to sneeze at. Mark Andrews, when he is healthy, is a top 3, top 4 tight end in the league in the regular season. The problem is when we get to the postseason. Judy Harris said, I don't think Mahomes is the best QB. It's all about the money he brings to KC. He has help from the referees. All the black QB is being looked at different and it's very unfair. At the end of the day, Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, right? 2 regular season MVPs, 2 first-team All-Pros, and multiple Pro Bowls. There is nothing missing off his resume. And I believe he has an Offensive Player of the Year award also. There is nothing missing off his resume. He is checked off the box in every, like Lamar doesn't even have an Offensive Player of the Year award, much less a Super Bowl or a Super Bowl MVP. So when somebody says they take Mahomes, I'm not going to argue. When I'm looking at football, I think Lamar's the better player. But if you're going to say who's accomplished more, done more, and you're going to hold that as one of the reasons why you're putting him over him, then I can understand it. But then there's no way that anybody else should even be approaching Lamar. You feel what I mean? Bateman, all right, Kush said Bateman 1,200, Zay 1,089. So Bateman would be averaging roughly 70 yards a game. Zay would be averaging roughly about 65 yards a game. 65 times 17 is 1,105. So, yeah. So, one averaging around 70, one averaging around 65. That's not that bad. 65, let's see, 65 plus 70. That's 135 yards. Lamar usually is throwing for about 240. So, half the yards roughly going to those 2 guys. And then the rest goes to, you got Mark Andrews and others. Like I said, I just feel like this is the time where we're going to see some guys step up big time. I really do believe so. Really do believe so. Let's see. Chris said, Boy Wonder, I agree. Always looking for Mark. May it's stagnant even if you didn't catch some. Yeah. Don Royals at Hopkins, 506 touchdowns. That's not a bad stat line for him, bro. It's really not. Because here's the thing, guys. You said 1,200, right? We're going to go because we're your priority, right? Let's say 1,200 plus 189. That's 2,289 yards. Let's say for the sake of argument, Lamar throws for 41 to 4,200 yards. Just for the sake of argument, right? That is 1,911 yards left up for grabs. So 1,900 yards are left up for grabs. So let's say Mark Andrews has 900 yards. That leaves roughly 1,000 yards, right, left. So then, okay, let's see, 900 for, let's say 900 for Mark, right? 500 for D-Hop. That puts it at 1,400. So 1,400 plus 1,089 plus 1,200 equals what? Oh my God, I put a thing. 1,400 plus 109 plus 1,200 equals 3,689 minus 4,200. That's 511 yards left to go. Bruh, so I mean, once again, so Mark, Bateman, Hopkins, and Zay all getting their targets. You leave at 511 yards. That will probably go to running backs and everything else like that. Lindell Bowling with a $5 donation. Best Nation donation. Best Nation donation. Let's go. So a 511 yards left to be divvied up, and that's only if Lamar only throws for 4,200 yards. I told you I believe he's going to throw for roughly 44 or 45. So now we're looking at an additional 600 yards left over. I mean, 600, guys, that's more than enough for the other guys, because then you're going to factor in Keaton Mitchell. How much is he going to have? 100? How much is Justice Hill going to have? He's going to probably have like 200 and something, right? So you can take away about 250 yards just off that, just from off those two, right? That leaves 350 yards. Telling you, that's what looks like it's going to play out this year. We only got one football, and I don't care what anybody says. We are going to run the football. Don't care what you say. We're going to run it. We're going to be running it. If we're running the ball, and thank you so much once again, Lindell Bowling, for that $5 donation. Shout outs to you, best nation in the world donation. Just want to make sure that I said it and you heard that. Thank you so much. $350, I believe, is enough for all the backups, because most of the time they don't have a lot either. A lot anyways. Let me go check how much Tylen's had, right? No, because maybe I'm tripping, right? Let me go check how much Tylen's had, because then we're looking at it saying, okay, let's see. Tylen, Wallace, stats. For the 2024 season, he had 11 receptions for 193 yards. That's what he had. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's very doable. That looks very legit. Too legit to quit. Straight up. So that's what I'm saying, why I believe that those are going to be the numbers. Even though we can't forget about Tylen. He only had 193 yards last year. I mean, how many balls, pause, are going to be passed around? Pause again at the end. Like, once again, you got Zay, Bateman, Hopkins, Mark Andrews. We didn't even factor in Kolar, Keaton Mitchell, Justice Hill, Tez Walker, Tylen Wallace. And we didn't bring up LaJohntay Webster. Straight up. Don't forget what Henry and Hill will be catching out of the backfield. That's what I said. I already factored in what Hill and Keaton might contribute all together. They're going to probably contribute something around 250 to 300 yards. All this assuming our O-line won't crumble like crust. No, even if our O-line is bad, Lamar and them are still going to produce. Lamar with them doing what they were doing last year, put up 4,100 yards. 40 plus touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And mind you, he didn't play in the last game of the season and sat out multiple fourth quarters. Lamar only played about 14 and a half games worth of time. Or 15 and a half games worth of time. Think about it. Lamar didn't play the 17th game, right? That leaves 16 games. He has sat out what? Three or four fourth quarters? So if you're looking at multiple fourth quarters, we're looking at he barely played. He didn't even play the full. He played 15 games out of a 17-game season of time. The only way I could see that getting more is if, once again, that if the starters sit the last game and then they start targeting Tylen, they might be able to get a last game of the year where they get an additional 60, 50, 70, 80, 90 yards in a game, because not all the starters are sitting. because we already won the AFC North, so they're sitting the starters for a rest. Then I can see happening. Straight up. Talent numbers in a season is Jamar Chase numbers in a game versus Baltimore. Facts. And it hurts when you say it, but it's true. Straight up. Real talk. Real talk. Guys, you know we're ending a little early today, but I wanted to get over and pivot to this Drake situation. Now, guys, I know music is Jared Thomas with a $5 donation. Jared. Jared. Nitro, Nick Wright doesn't really give Hurts as much of a QB wins boost, though. Fact, he tries to argue why the Eagles' wins aren't because of Hurts. That's my problem. Right? That's Lamar. No, he didn't play the last. Oh, my God. Well, my bad, we did. But he still set out like 4 fourth quarters. My bad. But he still set out 4 fourth quarters. Who was I thinking in it? Oh, I was thinking Zay didn't play in it because he was hurt. My bad. But yeah, so even if, right? Because that's right, because that's when they dropped all the passes, and then we couldn't get the passer rating record. My bad on that one, guys. Nitro drawing that. My bad. You're right. But even if he sits out multiple fourth quarters, there was games where he's sitting out from the third quarter. So even that amount of time still equals he did not play a full 17-game season off of quarters that he's missed. Lamar has never played based off of quarters that, because every time it's a blowout, he sits. They don't let him keep going and keep running up the score. It's never been a time when you've seen in Lamar Jackson's career where when he's playing and he's cooking, that they say keep cooking. All these other quarterbacks can stat pad. They don't stat pad with Lamar. They say go sit on the bench. Matter of fact, what game was it when Lamar, was it the Bills game where Lamar and Henry sat in the third quarter? Was it the Bills game? It was one of those games. But yeah, so that's why I'm saying, we're looking at this. How do we become members via mobile? You just see when you go there on the site, it should see memberships. Go down and click, and it should be tiers. And you pick which tier that you want to do to support. And that's how we go with it. So thank you for trying to become a member. Like I said before, we're trying to become members. We're trying to do this. All membership channel by the end of the week. Friday will be the last day. And then by Saturday, it's all membership channel. But yeah, Zelly was good. Bro, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. But I don't really worry about the Eagles stuff either, bro. Simply because, like I said, Jalen Hurts, he contributes so much to that team. And he does his job. And he uplifts the team when they call on his number. It's not like they won and he was trash in the Super Bowl. He was the best player on the field in both Super Bowls that he played in. So he's just, once again, hater fluid. Hater fluid. Hater fluid. That's why, Jared, I don't really look what he says, because that's all he's going to do. He's going to hate because he blew him out. If right now, if Patrick Mahomes had a big old like super team and blew somebody out, he gets all the credit. So I don't want to hear none of the excuses from him. What do you mean it doesn't show up on the phone? Hold on, guys. Everyone's asking for help. Let me try to get this for the membership link, because it should show up just fine. I just did it. A couple people just did it. Let me go to the show. Let me go in as my other one. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to help people become members. You can't do it from the app. You should still be able to do it from the app, though, bro. You should be. They're saying that you shouldn't, that they can't, but you should be able to do it from the app. Just like if you're leaving tips and stuff like that, it's the same difference. You should be able to do it. Hold on. Personalized. I don't get why it's not doing this. I posted an instruction in there. Okay. Thank you. You have to drop the... I'm going to drop it on the next one we do. I'm going to drop it again because it should already be in the membership link on here because it's through them. It's through them. Thank you, Chris, for posting that. Thank you so much. That is crazy. Should said all and then put it right there. Huh. That's so weird. I'm having a problem signing in to be able. So Lamar, see, Nicholson said Lamar set out 4 fourth quarters. See? I know I was tripping, but the last game kind of tricked me a little bit. But I'm sorry about that one. It's all good, brother. I'm just going to join when I get home and choose my Mac. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Like I said, guys, at the end of the day, this is the way that I'm going to be able to go full-time doing this. And it's a lot of content, and I hope you guys, you know what I'm saying, love the content and stuff like that. Every morning, just every day, lives and everything else. We're trying to get to at least 500 memberships. And then once with the 500 memberships, more than enough to be full-time doing this. And yeah. Definitely so. And I believe you should be able to buy memberships and send it to people also. So that's another thing. Jared Thomas with a $5 donation. Nick White, he said Nitro. Nick White said he's waiting for Jalen Hurts to have less help and actually pass the ball. Really elevated. Hold on. Did he not pass the ball in the Super Bowl? Did he not fling that ball every which way to beat his team? See why I'm telling you why he bothers me? And best nation in the world donation. Shout out to you, Jared Thomas, for the $5 donation. But you see why Nick White, well, I don't take anything he says seriously. He's like, I want to see him throw the ball more. Right? And then I'll give him props. How many yards did he? Hold on. You see what I'm saying? He just talks to talk. Jalen Hurts stats, Super Bowl. Look at this. Oh. All right. In the Super Bowl, he had, is this the latest one? 2025, he had 221 yards passing, 77.3% completion percentage, 17 out of 22, right? 2 touchdowns, no interception, 119.7 passer rating, right? He was sacked twice. Bro, the first one he had 304 passing yards with a 71% completion percentage and 1 touchdown. So I don't want to hear it, bro. Like, no, I'm not. It's just facts. The man in the 2 Super Bowls that he's had over 500 passing yards. Like, what are we talking about? At what point do you look at it? And we're not even factoring in rushing yards. Like what he did in that game also. Because they're not going to act like he didn't. Like, that's my thing, bro. I give props to props is due. He did his thing. He put that team on his back. And he won. Matter of fact, let me see. Scrimmage, let's see. He had 72 yards rushing on top of it. Nah, no excuses, bro. He was the best player on the field. Tim P, what's good? Guys, we're going to wrap this up because you know I got to go pick up the meat. Pause. But I wanted to touch on this Drake thing real quick. Guys, look, I know that a lot of people love Drake. I know that that's their guy. They love the music and everything else. But when you start asking, right? When you start asking for paternity tests and stuff like that, you lost. You lost. This man is in court documents asking for another man's contract, asking for anything they have on him and Dave Free, asking about his kids. Saquon did not play well in the Super Bowl, bro. Saquon did not play well in the Super Bowl, bro. Saquon, like people see what I'm trying to say. Saquon got stopped in the Super Bowl. Like, how are you going to ask for somebody's, like, bro, like, how are you going to ask for another man's DNA tests and feel like you did not lose? Should have gone, bro, that's crazy. And FYI, Saquon Barkley had 25 carries for 57 yards in the Super Bowl. Just to let you know that. He had 25 carries, 2.3 yards per carry. No touchdowns. 57 yards. Yeah, you already know the defense did their job. The defense did their job. No one's going to argue that the defense didn't do their job. Hey, Chris said the WunderkindShow gift membership. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for that. Ashley Shelton is now a member because Chris sent her a membership. Love it. Thank you so much. But yeah, so that's why I look at Drake. I'm like, he's not hip hop, he's hip hop. You don't, like, bro, even if you, like, done from my phone, told you, Chris. Thank you so much. Please put it out there to let people know how to do it. Please, 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 please. But how you going to call yourself a man? You got into an argument and a spat. You begged for him to drop. When Drake came out, he said, oh, I dropped, midget, all the stuff that he was saying. Then when he dropped, you're like, oh, it's not fair. You guys are cheating. You're picking up the song. The song was everywhere. Everybody was playing that song. Jared Thomas with a $10 donation. Nick Brennan said the definition of basketball is just the arm alone to carry teams to win. He doesn't believe Jalen Hurts does that because of the touch versus Saquon. What? Patrick Mahomes doesn't just win with his arm. He runs around. Shout outs to you, Jared Thomas, donating Tom 3 times today. Best nation in the world. Donation. Like, what? Mahomes, if Mahomes can't run, he's not the same quarterback. Joe Burrow, when he lost some of his mobility because of the hampering of his knee and leg, he wasn't the same quarterback. So what are we talking about here? Bro, I'm not even talking about him having writers because, look, for me, if you're a lyricist, you're supposed to be writing your lyrics yourself. Right? The problem with Drake is Drake blends R&B, pop, and hip-hop all together. He got songs where he's just like, I don't know the question. Yeah. I don't know why she doesn't pick up the phone. I don't know the question. That's Drake. Like, there's levels to this. When I grew up with the Jay-Z's going against Nas, Ethers, the No Vaselines and such. You had the hit 'em ups with Pac and Big and the Who Shot Ya. You feel me? Like, that's what we grew up on. How is this man? We watched 50 and Ja go back and forth. We seen Jada Kiss with Styles P go at Beans and them, right? We've seen this plenty of times. We have never seen a guy be like, this is not fair that this song is so big. I'm suing you. I don't care. Everything you say is a lie. I mean, you're not fly. You're not even the guy. On everything I die. My career's out of sight. It's nasty work. Nasty work. It's nasty, bro. Drake is dealing with these two in different ways. Yeah, bro. And you seen how Pusha T ate him up? Everybody at Pusha T's being, hey, that's the money cow. Leave Drake alone. Remember, Pusha T was like, we're going to peel this back real slow. What do you think? You don't think I can't do this all day? And they shut down Pusha T. I always said, you've never faced somebody that had the platform that you've had. Kendrick has the platform that Drake has. That's why he got beat up, ate up. Drake thought, this was going to be like a Meek Mill? And when he was doing, mind you, that whole Meek Mill diss track was everywhere. This man was so diabolical. When Meek Mill was dating Nicki Minaj, he went into the hotel room and put speakers, right, so that he can hear it, and he played it all night long. So I don't want to hear, no, boo-hoo-hoo, it's not fair. Tired of that song. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. When he was doing that to Meek, nobody said nothing. Nobody. People was laughing at me. You just got bodied by a singing, you know what I'm saying? Just going off on him, laughing at him and everything else like that. So now you get that same treatment and it's just like this. Oh. That's not fair. Nah, bro, nah. Never like it, never be behind that. Sorry. You take your licks and you put out more dope music. Ether didn't destroy Jay-Z. Jay-Z still came out with the Black Album, then I back out, and that's the best rapper alive. Man, ask about me. Like, let's be real. That's how you're supposed to do it. No Vaseline didn't kill off, what's it called? NWA. Now, 50 did end Ja. I'm not going to lie to you. He did do that. 50 ended Ja. But that's neither here nor there. That's never happened before in hip-hop history. Usually guys bounce back and do very well after beefs and end up crushing the beefs after. Ludacris and T.I. When you remember when Ludacris went on Stomp. It's nasty work, bruh. It's nasty work. And it doesn't mean that Drake doesn't make great music. He still makes great music. He still has hits. But I'm like, bro, you can't call yourself this big rapper and then go, oh yeah, we don't want this beef. You don't got nothing on me. Drop, midget, everything else. And then when the man drops, you're like, whoa. He warned you. We live in a world right now where people don't listen to warnings. This is the reason why, what's his name, backed out. He said, look, I don't want no problems with him. He's psycho. Like, he'll take it to a place, you know what I'm saying? He told him, he said, if you taking it there, I'm taking it further. And that is not something that you want to do. Drake said, I ain't scared of you. I'm Drake. Yeah, all right. Oh. You know this is going to be Meek Mills? You know this is going to be Pusha T? No. But guys, look, that's the episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. All right, we're going to end on that because I really do got to go. I want to make sure that before I go, I have a little bit of nostalgia trivia, right? There was a movie in 1987. We're going to end on nostalgia trivia. You know, we always try to. And this movie was a massive success for horror and action. It had one of the greatest action stars in it. And it started a franchise that has well overdone 40 plus years. What movie am I talking about? I'm like Drake, stop suing, easy bake. No, it's not Twister. And it's not Ghostbusters. Good one for Ghostbusters, but not Ghostbusters. Hellraiser's a good one, but it's not Hellraiser. Good one. That's not it. This man said Titanic. Yo, bro, Keith Blaze, don't listen, babe. Don't get mad because I'm talking about Drake and you put it in there with that stuff. Oh! That man said Titanic, bro. Oh my God, Blaze, you wildin'. No, Terminator's close, Ramsey V. Terminator's close. Because I said the action hero. Terminator's very close. No, it's not Star Wars. No, it's not Freddy Krueger or National Lampoon. You know it's not that. Friday the 13th, no. Look what I just said. Terminator was close. Because of the actor. I know you did, Blaze. I know you did. Which movie am I talking about? Woo, Rambo's another close one, but it's not it. Rambo's close because of the type of movie it is. Ashley Shelton from Long Range. Predator. Listen, people sleep on this movie. This movie, like, absolutely catapulted a franchise that is still alive and kicking today. I believe, that and Alien, they came pretty much synonymous with they almost become synonymous with one another. Both of them just killing it. They got a new Alien show coming on FX. But this movie was an absolute gem. And you remember when it came out, because I was still a baby. I ended up watching this movie like in 1998 and still liked it. People don't remember that. Kindergarten Cop is a fire movie. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody, sit down now. Predator, bro. Who's going to say this was a bad movie? Please, speak up or forever hold your peace. True Lies is a good movie, too. Cobra, I can't hear just throwing an answer out there while I work. Get to the chopper now. Yo, I love Arnold, bro. Arnold had some hits, man. From, Predator, Terminator. Like, he had a lot of hits. You never watched Predator? Kush, you never watched Predator? Or any Predator? Wow. Man, listen, the next time we're here, we're probably going to do a whole movie breakdown because y'all be making fun of the movies I haven't watched, right? Like, coaching y'all would tell y'all pulling my black card because of the movies I haven't watched. You know what I'm saying? Total Recall was another big movie, but Predator was huge. That's like saying you never watched Terminator. True Lies and action figure was my only gas phase. I feel you, bro. I feel you. You're not gonna watch everything. Listen. The way they made fun of me for the black movies that I don't know I've watched, bro. They were killing me on this stuff. Just killing me softly, like murderizing me on this thing for the movies I haven't watched. So don't feel bad that you didn't watch it. That Bruce Leroy glow. All right, but guys, that's the episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, become a member before it closes down. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. Please have a wonderful and beautiful day. I will see y'all tomorrow from the bread box. Go live from the phone. We always do that every Friday because we open the bread box for the community at the church. So be there, be square, guys, okay? I'll see y'all then. Y'all know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.
You're not my dad.